you think are main improvement areas for any trainer?
You know, the main improvement areas for any trainer typically lie in their business acumen. They really need to step up the game in terms of understanding business, because without that, they really can't work to their benefit, the benefit of their stakeholders. So business acumen is a huge, huge problem and opportunity for trainers.
Thank you. Since the future of training is going to change, how do you envision the conflict between generations?
The infamous or the famous generational gap and all of that. So the conflict that's going to continue to erupt and grow and widen is going to certainly be on the extremes. It's going to be the millennials and the generation that follows after them, with the folks that are still in power and still running things at the baby boomer. And so one of the biggest challenges that they're going to have to do and deal with is the communication. We see more and more of that now, where managers, particularly those in leadership, are being challenged because they're not meeting with their employees enough. And we all know that millennials like to be coached regularly and get that regular feedback. So that's going to become more of a challenge for the more mature managers. However, just due to the sheer numbers of the millennials and those that are coming behind them, they are going to force the change. So I hate to say it for the baby boomers and Gen Xers, but get over it, because the numbers will going to make it that way.
Right. Did you notice any difference in the way people ask questions in this audience versus other places or other audiences you have had in the past?
You know, the willingness to speak up and ask a question is a very provocative question. And in fact, the Harvard Business Review study that they did a while back found that 42% of people will actually withhold information simply because they don't believe it's going to add any value, or there's a perception of a fear of consequence. So that's not unusual to not speak up. However, in this audience compared to other cultures, I would say it was a little bit more subdued and a little less willing to ask questions until there was a level of comfort. Particularly, for example, in the Middle East, they are all about asking questions. They don't have a problem asking questions. The US is a little bit less than that, and then I would say that this culture was a little bit more quiet, but you know, on a continuum, not that much different from the norm.
Okay. What do you think of this summit?
This summit has been a great experience for me. I think it's a premier event here in Latin America. The hospitality has been fantastic. The level of quality of attendee here is amazing. I talked to people from Nissan and several other organizations, Copa Airlines, and these people are sharp. So I'm impressed. Not that I was expecting anything less, but what I can say is Mexico and Latin America is on the map.
Thank you. And what did you learn here or about this summit?
One of the things that I learned is, one, I like to be taken out of my comfort zone. And so this is the second time that I've been in Mexico City in a month. So learning new things and then meeting with different people and talking to people from the different companies and organizations and learning the culture here was fantastic for me. I'm a study of culture, and this is my 25th country, and I absolutely love being here and learning about the culture here and all the different cultures from around the region.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I would say when this conference is done next year, make sure that you are here, because it is absolutely the premier conference. And I can tell you from the speaker slate this year, it was awesome, and I can only imagine it's going to get better next year.